Blowtorch.
Right, and we're back. You're listening to Albie, Brucey and Donnie, and we're in the sheds, and we're into the Blowtorch. Now, you mentioned this one before, Donnie. You put me right in it and mentioned that apparently I'm a fashion expert. Look, if you wear DC clothing, then that's about the extent that my fashion expertise come out. I have a real issue with the Brownlow medal, and not just the Brownlow medal, now the NRL best and fairest,
Dally M.
The Dally M. Look, my issue is these fashion experts that used to, they do it for the red carpets and all that type of events, and it used to be they would get on there and they would have basically a bit of a stab at the people who design the clothing that they're wearing. But it's gone past that now. They're no longer just picking on the dress. They're picking full-blown on the girl themselves and the guys now for their appearance, for their figures, for the, I wouldn't have worn that. Oh, not with a figure like that. No. We wonder why we've got so many mental health issues, and, especially with young girls who, they're growing up and they see this type of stuff, and they go, oh, well, I'm definitely not going to wear something like that. We've got, bulimia and all these type of things. I just think it's an absolute joke that we still promote these so-called fashion experts that just sit, Alex Perry, for one of them, I don't care if I name him, he sits there with glasses on the back of his head, for God's sake, and he has the audacity to sit there and complain about someone's figure and what they should wear and that. And he didn't do it this year, but he did do it a few years ago, and he got crucified for it, rightfully so, with a few others. But it's still ongoing, where we just criticise these girls who are just, they're doing it for us. Like, the girls get dressed up for the media.
For a night out as well.
Yeah, well, for a night out. But the whole red carpet thing is access given to the fans, so that for the wags and everything like that. That's,
Yeah,
I don't think that,
you mentioned that fashion experts, I think you use that term to describe those that are levelling the criticism, but quite often they're not. Yeah. Quite often they're the media personalities, or they're ex-footballers that know nothing about what they're talking about anyway, and yet they still feel that they've got some entitlement to level criticism at another human being about the way that they look. And I don't think
if you're going to comment on the clothing, I don't see an issue with that, because if you're there as a fashion expert to mention the dresses, and there's some people out there who do like that world and want to, get into fashion, and they want to know what's hot and what's not and everything like that, that's fine, go for it, go for gold.
Go to the ladies.
Yeah, but don't bring up their actual appearance into it and mentioning that, the dress is fine, but she shouldn't be the one wearing it. Well, now you're picking on her as a person, as her figure, and, they might pretend that they don't notice and everything like that, but I guarantee half those girls would be straight onto Facebook to see what people are saying about the way they look, and that's, it's a slippery slope from there. And, how many players have we got suffering with depression lately because of Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that? We don't want to see the wags and, the people who are there supporting our players going through the exact same thing.
It's becoming its own entity outside of the actual event. You going to the Brownlow, what are you wearing?
Yeah,
who are you wearing?
I'm going to the Brownlow, Well, no, but what are you wearing?
No, that's exactly right. Now, Donnie, you've got a blowtorch that you heard today, don't you?
Yeah, so it was a bit of a late entry. Obviously, we talked about Cameron Smith winning the Dally M medal, and congratulations to him. I suppose my blowtorch goes on the NRL, showing a little bit of poor form in terms of who actually presented the medal. So there was something that I was made aware of today. Dally Messenger is the person that the award's named after. Dally Messenger was basically the superstar that made sure that the Rebel Rugby League comp successfully transitioned and broke away from rugby union back in 1908. He was a rugby union superstar, and he was one of the blokes that came over. It was the headline signing to rugby league, the first rugby league superstar, essentially. So he's the person that the award is named after. His ancestors, so his great-grandson, Dally Messenger III, actually got in contact with the NRL, wanted to be a part of the proceedings, whether he presented the award or, just was in the crowd and a part of the festivities and acknowledged as being, an ancestor of the great Dally Messenger. And he not only didn't get to present the award, he wasn't even wasn't even given an invite. So for someone that is, his family has been such an integral part, they still use his name as the award, to not even get an invite to the night, I think is really poor form from the NRL, and that they need to have a real good, strong look at themselves and work out what they stand for in terms of what they stand for in the game. History and tradition, I think, is a big part for a lot of fans in the game.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's like the waffle on the weekend. You had the Simpson medal, and they had a family member from the Simpson family come to present that medal, and I think it just does hold that that sentimental part of it. And you've got it'd be different if he had nothing to do with rugby and didn't want anything to do with it or anything like that. He's actually offering and saying, I think we should be part of this. And who did they get to present the medal? Do you know that?
I'm not sure, but Todd Greenberg did actually send him a reply and said that it'll be a current player that's going to be presenting the award. And so I'm assuming Jonathan Thurston or someone like that was the person that presented the award.
AFL does previous winner hands it over.
Yeah.
So, but that still, you can still have bringing the Dalian medal onto the stage is such and such.
Yeah, exactly. He can still present it.
He can still bring it over and give it over to last year's winner, and the last year winner presents it to this year's winner.
Even just announce it.
Yeah,
announce the winner, and you've got the previous
announcement.
player hands over the medal.
Well,
and he did that back in 2015, so he has done it before.
Yeah.
Just wanted to be a part of the night again. That's named after his great grandfather, and I can't believe that the NRL wouldn't invite him.
Well, there you go.
No,
Burn them.
we got
Burn
the
'em hard.
Yeah, that's it. And the last one we were going to talk about is the cricket team. I don't really want to talk about cricket. It just depresses me. I mean,
Hasn't started yet. Grand final days on
Yeah.
the weekend. After that, we'll talk about cricket.
I was going to fire up about it, but we're really running out of time. So
We are, yeah.
We'll let that one slide until. They've got another couple of one days coming up, so I'm sure they'll continue disappointing us, and then we can fire up at them again.
And then Agar's kind of broken a finger as well, just to make our Western Warriors a little bit worse. So
some of the other Western Warriors doing really well though. Coulton Isles bowling fantastically. Hopefully he can stay fit. Stoinis is getting some runs as well,
holding up the batting order.
Yeah.
So, but the rest of those tourists, well, anyway.
All right, we'll go to a quick message, and then we'll be back with our AFL and NRL kiss of death, also known as tips, and a few more results.
On VCA 885 FM, where the Valley comes alive, this is In the Sheds. If you've got something to say about the show or something happening in your community, contact us via Facebook. Back soon.
All right, we're back. Let's go. It's for NRL. Who have you got, Donnie? And you're probably going to have a more educated guess than most of us.
Well, that didn't help me last week. I got none from two. But I suppose one of the things that I really love about NRL Grand Final Day is that it is a day. So I suppose similar to Waffle Grand Final, where you've got Colts, reserves, and the first grade. With the NRL Grand Final, all kicks off with the under-20s, Parramatta taking on Manly at 10:35 in the morning. And then the reserve grade's actually the PNG Hunters, so the team from Papua New Guinea won the Queensland Cup. They'll take on the Penrith Panthers in the reserve grade competition. But in the main one, Melbourne Storm against the North Queensland Cowboys. I find it impossible to go past the Storm. I think they were irrepressible last week, and it's going to be pretty much the same story in the AFL as well, I think, in terms of my reasoning. So I'm going to go the Storm.
No worries. Brucey?
I'm probably a little bit different here, mate. I really enjoy the day. It's basically the halftime entertainment. That is always a winner. Absolute winner chicken dinner. I'm not sure, who have they got this year?
Meatloaf, I think, again.
No, I don't have a meatloaf on Sundays. Jeez, come on. But no, Melbourne Storm. They're just unbackable favourites, and with good reason.
Yeah, well, I'm going against the curve there. I'm gonna
back him with his heart rather.
Back him with my heart.
Yeah.
I've been waiting all year for this, so I'll be going for the Cowboys.
It's your time to shine.
That's it. Yep. And who knows? I might be bragging about it next week, and then forget about it until next season. Now on to the AFL Grand Final. We've got the Crows and the Tigers. Who have you got, Donnie?
Yeah, pretty much similar reasoning. I'm going the Adelaide Crows. I think, again, they were very, very good in that prelim, and I think they're going to be very hard to beat. And, the maid of honour for my wife, she's a big Adelaide Crows fan. She's the one that introduced me and my wife, and so I hope they get up for her, and, looking forward to the game.
Yeah, got to go with Adelaide, unfortunately, for certain members of the Page family. Dominant team all year, finished top of the ladder, romped it in the preliminary finals, so unlike my daughter's netball team. So, yeah, you've got to back that team, and basically Richmond are going to have to produce something out of the box. Their best.
So Richmond fans so far are absolutely over the moon. Are you going to disappoint them?
Oh, the good old Richmond fans. Yeah, that was the only thing, is Richmond did look like they'd won the grand final when they won the prelim, and you wonder where the Crows just kind of looked like, they're excited, but it's like, yeah, we've got another game to go first.
Basically, the only way Adelaide are going to lose is if you back them.
That's true, actually. That's true. Look, I will be going for Richmond, but I'll be backing the Crows in for this one. The only thing that will go against the Crows is they haven't had the best record this season at the MCG. But I think grand final day is a completely different day. You can't take any of that into consideration when you're playing in a grand final. And I just think the Crows, they're the complete package all season. They're running on a lot of emotion as well. And I'd love to see Eddie Betts win a flag. I just reckon he's a superstar of the game. Now, this Friday starts off with some pretty exciting stuff in the WA cricket, Donnie.
Yeah, so the Warriors are back. So it's first time in a long time. I can't remember the last time that the Warriors played a one-day game at the Wacker that was a day-nighter. It's been kind of a very rare event, certainly in the last couple of years, with those games being played sort of mostly over in the eastern states, sort of places like North Sydney Oval, which is about the size of a pinhead. But yeah, we're going to be at the Wacker Friday night. All three games that they've got coming up that are going to be at the Wacker are all free entry as well. So
yeah, that's awesome.
No excuse not to get down to the Wacker and have a look at the Warriors going around in the one-dayers.
Yep, and we'll put up a thing on our Facebook page about the dates for that. But the first one is this Friday from 2 p.m. So if you're, just let the boss know you got a bit of gastro and you need to duck home.
Taking on New South Wales too, and
it's always good to beat New South Wales.
Oh, absolutely. They've already got their baggy green sized up because they play for New South Wales.
Well, I thought we already did the blowtorch segment. No, it's wonderful by the cricket. So, and we've got our cricket starting. So the guys and girls that are getting into it this season, it's a good start. Go down and watch the local comp.
How's your pre-season going for...
I'm actually going for my first session tomorrow.
Didn't you say that last week?
I probably did.
We'll go back to the tape.
No, I had to work last night, so unfortunately I didn't make it out. But no, I will be heading down tomorrow for my first session, so I can get fitted up for the bench.
If it's raining or cold or gets a better offer.
Got piles. Piles of better stuff to do.
Yeah. The main thing for me is the bar fridge, so that's where I do a lot of my best work. So I'll be down there getting into it and
that's good
and supporting the guys who are out there in the wet doing the hard yards. But no, I will be heading down tomorrow night. Otherwise, Noel will probably come skull drag me from my house because I keep saying, we'll be there, I'll be there.
Yeah, we've probably just got a couple of minutes. I just wanted NRL. What's the NRL? BOG for the grand final, mate.
Clive Churchill medal.
Clive Churchill. Who's your tip? We all we've gone Melbourne, so it's got to be Cam.
Yeah, I think maybe Cooper Cronk.
Cooper Cronk. Okay.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have a clue.
I'm going Billy Slater in a losing grand final. He's going to do the Chris Judd and he's going to take out the best on ground, but lose because the Cowboys are going to win. So,
yeah.
Might get one tip right then.
Do they actually walk up and get it and then chuck it in the...
What about
who you got? Norm Smith.
Norm Smith. I'm probably with you on that one. I think Eddie Betts might light it up. Bigger stage, but if I had put some